PODCASTNV episode 110.
Wow. That's
Seriously?
so many.
I know.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Wow. Let's start with feedback.
All right, feedback it is.
Let's do that.
So the first one I'm going to read, I selected because I think it's pretty cool.
Where'd it come from?
It came from Kristen
Via
email.
okay.
Yeah, not email, the feedback portal on the website.
Ooh, okay.
Hey guys, loving the podcast. I really appreciated that you put Joe Downer's music in the podcast when he was talking about the song. It was great to hear Joe for the first time and have since added him to my Spotify playlist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. We are making a difference.
Yes, we are making a difference.
That's awesome. You're welcome, Joe.
Yeah. Here's the one from Jamie. Guys.
I love the attitude.
Feel it. Yep.
2006 to 2008 is 2 years. 2004 to 2024 is 20 years. Bacon cannot math.
The math isn't mathing?
I cannot wait to hear Brian and Tim's early bands or whatever. Your last episode was so funny, I almost peed my pants. Much love, Jamie.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
So if this and our day jobs don't work out, we can just become comedians.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Take this on tour.
I think this email, first of all, I like to defend myself because I know that my math was not math in the episode, and you can hear it on the playback. But because I was kind of muttering under my breath, and you guys, it was hard for me to cut that out. So you hear me flub it up and say, "Oh, that was 30." I said at one point, "Oh, that was 30 years ago," and it's not.
So remind me though, like when did that come up?
When we were talking about the Off the Wagon songs,
Okay.
and I was talking about the fact that I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I was like, "Yeah, I haven't seen him in like 30 years or something like that." Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I said I was with the band Plunger for 3 years, and I said from 2006 to 2008. That's 2 years.
Nice.
Well, it's 06, 07, and 08.
I see where you're going. See, Jamie, it made sense. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that I think this might tell us whether Jamie is a man or a woman. I think it's a woman.
Okay.
Okay.
Because when was the last time you heard a guy say, "That was so funny, I almost peed my pants"?
A couple weeks ago, Brian said something really funny.
Oh, really?
And
Well,
I did tinkle a little.
I guess my misogyny is showing then.
Tim was like, thank God I'm wearing Depends, or this would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I stand corrected.
How dare you?
It's possible. I kind of like how Jamie is just this enigma, this being that, Jamie, Jaime, it may not even be their name at all.
Yeah.
I like it. This is fun. This is a fun game.
Yeah. This is an extra special episode.
Okay.
Well, first of all, it's our first show post eclipse apocalypse. So we survived that.
Yep,
The rapture did not happen.
we did.
Well, if it happened, we're still here.
Yeah.
So
Me and everybody else I know. So it's
Did I send you guys the reel about the guy that he was like, I'm gonna order 100 blow-up dolls and fill them with helium so that when people look out to see the eclipse, they're gonna think the rapture is happening.
that's great.
nice.
Another thing that also happened this past weekend, it was kind of a big deal.
And his name is John Cena. He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses this
Are you
weekend.
kidding me right now?
WWE.
Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
Who the hell is that? Is that you?
No. Well, I played that clip because that was to signify WrestleMania happened this past.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I'm
that
in.
is from an old prank call that like a shock jock morning show did.
Yeah.
And they kept calling this woman and playing the John Cena thing every time she answered the phone.
I walked out to that. Lindsay and I did on our wedding when
Oh,
we
really?
were introduced as husband and wife
Nice.
for the first time. Yeah. Yeah, we
That's
came out
awesome.
to that. Yeah.
So, Tim, tell us about WrestleMania, man.
WrestleMania was great. It was a 2-night.
Wait, did you go or did you
No.
do the PPV?
No, yeah. I'm not cool enough to go.
Do you get dressed up as your favorite wrestler and then
No.
just go sit down there with a bucket of popcorn and a beer or something?
Well, the bucket of popcorn and the beer, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't dress up.
No.
I do have wrestle shirts, right? So I have like,
Are they sleeveless?
no.
Okay.
There's shirts that he's like half ripped, like Hulk Hogan. He's like, honey, can you grab me one of my WrestleMania shirts?
No.
Honey, it doesn't say anything on it. I know, it's just, it's my WrestleMania shirt, honey. Come on.
No. But it's cool now. Like in the past, they used to be true pay-per-view events. And they still are, but they're on a streaming service now, right? It's on Peacock.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But in the past, I used to pay between $55 and $65 to watch WrestleMania.
For
one night, right?
Wow.
And now I pay Peacock every month, and I get to watch all pay-per-view events and any other, shows or what do you call them? Documentaries and stuff that they have on the WWE.
Yeah, they have
WWE.
a lot. Because I noticed that. I didn't realize that there was a thing, right until it was on. You scroll down and it's like every line there's something about WrestleMania or a docu-series or a whatever with all these wrestlers on there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was very cool. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Well, the characters that were kind of big in WrestleMania this year, the John Cena was there, obviously.
He did. Yeah.
The Rock.
The Rock. Yep. The final boss.
Yeah.
Is what he calls himself now.
Oh, okay.
Well, because he's on the board of directors.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
This guy, he's just got money coming in from everywhere.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He also, the Undertaker was there as well.
yeah, that was a big surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I marked out for that. That was
Nice.
cool. Yeah.
So who won against The Rock and who won against the Undertaker?
So it's a whole storyline, and I don't know if we have enough time on the podcast to go through it. We could
can
do a
tell you
whole.
that we don't.
Yeah, exactly. we could do a whole. You could do the cricket sound right
So
now.
back in 1998.
No, it started this whole. Well, the bloodline's been going on for a while. Cody Rhodes has this whole thing about finishing his story, which is kind of honoring his dad, who won the title at one point, but it wasn't really recognized as a real WWE title. So he came to complete his story of doing that for his dad, who passed away a few years ago. So it was just cool. And spoiler alert, but people probably already saw that he did finish the story. He did win. It was a great moment. And of course, John Cena came, just like you said. The Undertaker was there to help him win the match. No, but it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And actually, you know what? I actually came up with a game for us if we wanted to get into that.
Tonight?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay.
it has to do with WrestleMania and also has to do with something else that just recently kicked off, the MLB season.
Yes, love the MLB season.
So I'm a big Baltimore Orioles fan, for those that don't know. And yes, you don't have to say, I'm sorry. I understand. I've persevered for as long as I've been alive. And Bacon is a big Philadelphia Phillies fan.
Huge Philadelphia fan.
And Brian thinks that...
I like hot dogs.
There you go. Yes. So I have a fun little game. If
Okay.
we could do this.
Sure.
Okay.
Bacon, are you in for this?
I am in for this.
Okay.
But can you give me 1 second? All right, Timmy.
Welcome to Game Time with PODCASTNV. In today's game, we're going to determine whether this person is a WWE superstar or an MLB player.
Okay.
Okay. So do you want to act as a team or do you want to go one at a time?
I am my own person, and so I will speak for myself. Thank you. I
Okay.
don't need anybody talking for me.
I see your statement and acknowledge your statement of being your own true self, and I also will be my own true self.
Okay. Sounds
Nice.
good. Okay. Bacon will go first.
Okay.
All right. So I will read you a name, and you tell me if this is a WWE superstar
Okay.
or a Major League Baseball player.
Okay.
And I tried to make this easy, so these aren't like, no-name baseball players.
Well, if you say
Pete Rose.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson or Brian Johnson,
It'll just be one name, and you have to tell me if it's a WWE superstar
okay,
or
gotcha.
a Major League Baseball player.
all right.
All right, Bacon, you are first.
Okay.
Your one is Ellie De La Cruz.
Ooh, I'm going to say that is a Major League Baseball player.
All right, let's check. That's correct. All right.
I got
Bacon
it.
is 1 for 1.
I need to get the Family Feud ding bell on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How come he's getting all the easy ones?
That wasn't.
That was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. He is a shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds.
That's okay.
That's right. Yep.
Nice.
All right. Brian, are you ready?
No,
Okay.
but let's do it.
C.J. Abrams.
Can you use it in a sentence?
C.J. Abrams hit a home run.
Baseball? Is it baseball?
Very good, Brian. We're so proud of him, aren't we?
Oh, that was great.
That was great, Rezi.
That was fantastic.
Thanks,
I loved
Dad.
every
There
second
you
of
go.
I feel
All
loved.
right. Bacon, you ready?
it. Yep.
Mookie Betts.
I know for a fact that's a baseball player.
Correct.
All right.
Oh, all right.
Brian.
Uh-huh.
AJ Styles.
Well, just based on what we've had so far, I'm going to go wrestler.
That's correct.
Yes!
Well done, sir.
Okay. Bacon, you ready?
I am.
Drew McIntyre.
Ooh. I'm going to say wrestler.
You guys are awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
we're killing it. And what do we win? Is there a prize? Do we just not suck or something?
No,
Okay.
we're just having fun.
He
We're
can't
testing
guarantee
our
that-
knowledge.
He can't guarantee that we don't suck.
I mean, we got
Actually, you know what you win? You win a brand new PodCastNV sticker.
what? We have those?
we
have
do.
those.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
right. Bacon, tell us about the new PodCastNV stickers.
Thanks, Timmy. The new Podcast Envy sticker is a beautiful black and white sticker, or we have them in color as well. This multicolored or black and white photo of the Podcast Envy boys could be yours.
If you find us.
Yes.
We should reward people for writing into the show
We should. Honestly.
with
if,
a sticker.
We should do that.
I see that going great. Hey, random internet stranger, please send me your address.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, well. Come to a Radio Envy show.
Yeah.
And we'll have stickers.
Yeah.
Mention Podcast Envy, and you get a sticker at the
And you'll
next.
probably also get a hug from me.
Oh,
Just be
that's
warned.
so cute.
He's such a good hugger.
All right, who's next? Is it you, Brian?
It's me.
Okay.
A quick question before you get into it.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
He's
A
already
number
bored.
of them. I'll
Well,
keep
no,
going
I know.
until. Yeah, he's
fine.
over it.
No, I'm not over it.
Yeah.
I was going to
But-
say, since we just did like a little ad for the stickers, when do you want to do the other ad? Do you want to cue that? Is it already cued?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Okay.
All right. We'll come back to the game show in a little bit.
Get ready to rave it up with Timmy's Timberines. You've never tenaciously tapped a tambourine quite like a Timmy's Timberine. Every Timmy's Timberine comes equipped with full spectrum LEDs boasting 3 unique party light modes and an official Radio Envy decal. Timmy's Timberines are perfect for celebrating any event. Birthdays, New Year's Eve, evictions, promotions, weddings, divorce announcements, graduation ceremonies, retirement parties, touchdowns, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, final child support payment jamborees, and more. Timmy's Timberines are the lifeblood of every gathering. Buy one for you, your friends, and your significant others. Whatever you do, don't buy one for your children because they are already annoying enough. You can pick one up at a local Radio Envy show or order them online at www.redmediapro.com while supplies last. Timmy's Timberines! Timmy's Timberines! Timmy's Timberines!
I love it.
That
We have
guy
a
has
sponsor.
So much energy.
Yeah.
He
We
sounds
have
like
our
a lot of
first
fun to hang out
sponsor.
with.
All right, it's your turn.
All right.
Ready?
Hit me.
Okay. Shinsuke Nakamura.
I'm going to go baseball. I think it's a Japanese baseball player.
That is incorrect.
Oh, no.
Is it really?
That is a WWE superstar.
Oh.
Yes.
Shinsuke?
Shinsuke Nakamura. Bacon. Jay Uso.
Baseball player.
That is incorrect.
Wow.
Wow.
So the last two that you gave us, are they a part of a team?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. Jay Uso has his brother Jimmy Uso, and they actually fought each other at WrestleMania.
And probably his children too.
Well, all the time.
And then what about the other one?
Shinsuke Nakamura, he is he did come from Japan, so you were right there.
Okay.
And he's the king of strong style.
Strong style?
Yeah, that's a type of wrestling that they do in Japan.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is that when they're just like, I'm stronger than you?
No, that's when they actually do more of the physical contact as opposed to the fake-ish punches. They actually do real punches.
How dare you suggest that WWE used fake?
So you admit now on the air that it's fake, it's scripted? Is that what you're saying? That they pulling their punches?
It's...
Breaking news.
Well done, Bacon.
Thank you. You heard it here first. Podcast NV exclusive. Are there any more questions?
No.
That was it? We're done?
We'll wrap it up.
Oh, okay. You know what else we didn't talk about
I don't know.
Bacon? Oh, God. Wait, are we ready for that?
Oh, we're ready.
All right, so we have a very special treat. This is kind of unintentional.
What is it?
In that one of the prior episodes that we aired, we got to listen to some of the songs that Bacon had
Off the wagon.
with Plunger and Off the Wagon. And it made me think, well, I have some recorded stuff from so many years ago. And while I don't yet have the NMTK material prepared with, me and my brother's band.
Yeah.
I did come across some material that Timothy and I were both involved in 2002 from high school.
Wow.
Our show choir days.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, no.
Bacon, you got some of it queued up?
I do.
So this is like Bacon's revenge.
I know. Well, because I don't even know what he's going to pick, right?
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a preference on which one I pick first?
No,
No.
This is up to you. Like, you hold the reins.
I still very vividly remember
Look at that face.
most of this night. So,
Do you want to introduce the night? Because
Tell me about the night. That might put some
did
context
all
into
of
what I'm
these
listening to.
happen the same night, or were these different concerts?
No, I think it was all one concert.
Oh boy.
It was the one concert when you and Steven came over to my house. And we decided to leave the house for a bit.
Okay.
And
It was raining.
Well, not yet. It wasn't raining yet. So we found a nice little cozy spot. It was underneath one of the streets. It was like this big concrete
I
tunnel.
remember.
And we were in there and we were drinking some sodas and we were doing some, adult stuff, just kind of hanging out there, doing, guy bro stuff.
I feel like I remember we went to Burger King before
On
we
the
went there.
way.
Yeah.
No, it was so a lot of things did happen. All right,
Yeah.
let me
Well, I
let
was
me
trying
take
to
it a
give
step
the
back.
fast version.
I know. Let's adjust it.
All right, go.
So we left the house and one of these, concrete tunnels underneath the street. We were just kind of hiding, drinking our kid sodas. Yeah.
Sunny D.
And it started to rain. It started to pour.
Yeah.
It started to rain like biblical amounts of water that this concrete tunnel underneath the road started to fill up. So we could no longer stand in the concrete inside the concrete tunnel.
Yeah.
We had to get out. And of course we had to get out. We didn't have an umbrella. We didn't have anything. So we get out there.
T-shirt contest.
And then the creek.
That's what you're thinking. I know.
Yeah. The creek turned into a raging river.
I thought you were going to say raging asshole, but river makes more sense.
No, it was insane how much water suddenly started coming down the creek from wherever the storm started to when it finally got to us, like it finally caught up to itself. And we were on one side of the creek and we needed to get to the other, and there was no bridge. And so we all decided to jump it. And of course, Steven, I don't think Steven, played baseball like you did or soccer like I did.
Not very athletic.
So Steven missed the ledge. Tim and I made it across okay. Steven jumped across, and so we had to fish him out of the creek. This raging river of water.
Yes.
Washed away almost.
And we're like, no. And he's like, it's totally out of the movies.
Yeah.
And we finally got him out, and we're all drenched anyway, whether or not we fell in the water, right? Because it's just raining so freaking hard. Finally get back to the house. my mom made us sandwiches.
Nice.
She made us sandwiches, gave us some Oreos. We all took showers, got cleaned up. Steven drove separate, and so he left. And then I rode with you.
Yep.
And on the way to our choir performance, that's when we stopped at Burger King.
I was still hungry.
Yeah.
Nothing much has changed.
No.
I'm always hungry.
Yeah. But
And this is all like between the end of the school day
yeah.
and when did we have to be there for the choir concert?
It was
6 o'clock?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
maybe like
a couple hours?
possibly 3 hours.
It wasn't long.
No, not at all. And that was back when you had the Timmy C wagon.
That's right.
The Ford
Escort station wagon.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes.
That's the coolest kid in school with that ride.
Hell yeah.
I was. I thought I was.
Well,
So yeah,
Still think I am.
we had a hell of a day.
Yeah.
And then we show up and we delivered easily one of the best concerts PVI has ever seen.
That's right.
And Tim kicked it off. I think you should play.
No, let him do whatever the order
But
is.
I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Can you play Stomp?
So here's youth pastor Tim.
Yes.
You think we got too radical with our message?
Crank it.
Well, I got news for you. You ain't heard nothing yet. And if you don't know, and now you know, a glory, glory. A glory, glory.
I still remember this performance.
Hold on, pause it. Can I set the scene?
Yeah,
do.
please. So we've got
So-
the whole choir on stage.
Correct.
And they
So-
gave you a wireless microphone.
They gave me a wireless microphone and me. So typically gospel songs, gospel music, they're wearing like really nice suits, looking all cool. I went in a different direction. I wore a Sean John visor and a Champ Bailey Redskins jersey.
Wait, were your tips frosted?
Yeah.
I think they were.
Yeah.
I think they were.
Right. And so
Where's the video
and
footage?
then
Now that's
there
the
is-
next
there
the
is-
next step.
See, aren't you glad I set the stage? No pun intended. And then I had dancers behind me
Blue
while
sequin
on the stage.
I think, right? Blue sequin tops and
Yes.
black skirts.
Not really gospel church appropriate, doing a dance behind me. And then we had the rest of everybody up on like the
risers, yeah.
risers joining in. And I will say, the crowd was packed and they were
Yeah.
ready. Like the auditorium was,
it was
packed.
packed.
Choir concerts were cool when we were there.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
They were a big deal.
I'm not
We-
trying to act like that, but
We had a good thing going there.
yeah. All right, crank it.
Yeah.
Let me hear
Put
it.
your hands together.
We have to put our hands together. It was cool.
I feel like having some church up in here. Come on, say.
And Tim, you're not just standing up at the front. You are
No.
walking around with that wireless mic.
Not yet.
Can't take my
There's a part where you jumped off the stage and started walking up and down the aisles.
You'll know.
Put them hands together.
Keep going. Keep going.
Got the victory and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm more than a conqueror. Can I get a witness up in here?
It's so good.
Did you get a witness up in there?
Oh my God.
Wow.
He had so many witnesses.
I regret being so nice during his.
Right?
Wow.
He didn't play
No,
with
it's
his
good.
nipples
It's
once.
good.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
Sorry.
Come on.
It's great.
Together. Put your hands together. Oh, hallelujah. Come on and say it with me, GP. I can't explain it. I can't obtain it. Jesus, your love.
It's so wild.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, what does it do, yo?
He still knows it.
Oh, when I think about your
22 years
Yeah.
later, still knows it. This man remembers every lyric to every song
He sure
that has
does.
ever existed.
100%.
It's insane.
Totally agree.
What's great about that, I feel like that was the origin of me in RadioNV,
Yeah.
right? Because at one point, as we go along in this song, I do have a wireless mic, and I go through the audience and make sure that everybody is standing, everybody is clapping, and I took everybody to church that day.
Yeah,
But
sure did.
that was like, if you ever go to a RadioNV show and you see me out in the audience acting a fool and playing around with a tambourine and dancing around like an idiot, that was the origin of all of that.
Yep.
And I think that's why maybe it's so comfortable for me to jump off the stage and do stupid things like that.
Yeah.
But
It's not stupid though. I mean, truly,
well,
you're
it's stupid like funny,
playing
right?
it like it's silly, but it really makes the difference between if I were just stand there and step side to side, so far away from everybody, and then the opposite is what you
Right.
do is you actually engage with the audience.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Like
Well-
it takes it to a whole nother level.
Well, I just, in my mind, and maybe I wasn't in the best frame of mind at that
Too
time.
many sodas.
But
This apple juice has gone bad.
in my frame of mind, I was like, we need to take this up to another level.
Yeah.
There's people here like, hey, it's fun to do everything on the stage, but when was the last time anybody went into the audience? And not to mention, by the end of that song, I was calling out the principal of the school,
Yep.
and the choir director,
Yep.
and anybody else.
Are you with me?
But
great.
it was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Was that scripted or was that just off the cuff?
Off the cuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I just went with it. And I don't think our choir director liked it.
Yeah. Wow. We did. And so did everybody else. So sorry.
I don't think she was a big fan of me and Brian. But whatever, it was cool.
How dare
and
she.
Brian, you can vouch for this.
Yeah.
That place was rocking.
Yeah.
Like that
No, it
was
was
a way
killer.
to kick it off. Like everyone was up. Cause like you think about it, like choir concerts and stuff, and even band concerts. Cause I was in band for my first year in high school. Everyone's kind of sitting and they're looking through the program and they're like, "Yay, great job," or "Ooh, okay, that's cool."
Yeah.
But like everybody was on their feet, and like I don't know what it was, but it just
It was you, Tim.
Well,
it was you. You
it
brought
was-
everybody to their feet.
and
And the Spirit of the Lord also.
And the Spirit of
well-
the Lord. Hey,
have some Holy Ghost with me, baby.
Yeah.
are you with me? Yeah. Yeah.
But that was cool. That was a lot of fun. And I'm glad to get your honest reaction out of it. Because I know deep down, as much as you're laughing about it, you're like, I see that same fool
Yeah.
that
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear.
Yeah, yeah.
I see him, when we play live.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
anyway,
I remember that so clearly. It was like it was almost like an out of body experience. It was that good.
yeah, that was cool.
All right, surprise us with the next one,
All right,
and
what's
then we'll give you the backstory on it.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the next one.
All right.
Cash for the merchandise. Cash.
Now that's
for
me.
The button hooks.
Cash
Yeah.
for the cotton
That's
goods.
Steven.
Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the soft
Back
goods.
to me.
Cash for the fancy goods.
Cash for the noggins and the
The Pickens and the Perkins.
Cash for the hogs, hey,
There you
cash
are.
can damage
That's
y'all.
me.
Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly pips.
What are you talking? What are you talking?
There's how.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Where do you get it?
What are you talking?
You can talk, you can talk, you can bicker, you can talk.
You can talk, talk.
Bicker, you can talk, you can talk, you can
Oh,
talk,
damn
talk,
it.
talk, talk, bicker, 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 you can talk all you want,
But it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But you guys know the territory. What's a Model T for? Made the trouble, made the people want to go. Want to get up
and go.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12,
Thank
14,
you.
22, 23 miles to the county, see?
Yes,
That was
sir,
great.
Yes, sir.
Who's
was-
gonna
yeah.
patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What are you talking? What are you talking?
Where you get it?
At the Model T at all, at the Manrat store, at the
That wasn't
modern
me.
store, at the present day store, at the present day modern departmentalized grocery store.
What are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking?
All right. What in the world is happening
So
here?
it's from the Music Man, right? Mm-hmm. And they're
Oh, it's from the Music Man. Okay.
So I was thinking of this as we were listening to it. Half the stuff that we used to sing, I actually had to learn from a basis of never having heard it before.
Right.
Because I wasn't into musicals. I love to sing and I love the camaraderie and the things that we were creating in that space. But I was never into musicals.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know this scene until years later, looking it up, and they're apparently on a trolley. Mm-hmm. And so they're like on their way to work or wherever they're going, right?
Yeah.
And they're talking about all the things that are happening in the newspaper. So where you can't see, we're just listening to the audio, is that we're pretending that we're on a trolley. And so we're all kind of going like this, like, look, what are you talking? What are you talking? What are you talking?
Mm-hmm. Where'd you get it?
Where'd you get it?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bigger, you can talk. You can bigger.
Talk.
It makes a lot more sense to me now that I know that it's part of a musical.
Yeah.
That makes a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on
So
now.
and that's why it's silly, because we're just sitting in school chairs on the stage. There's no other props.
Yeah.
So we're just pretending that we're on this trolley.
We had to memorize all of it.
That's a lot of dialogue.
It's a lot of, and the thing is, like, it's all about timing, right? Everybody had to know their part, exactly where their part is supposed to be, because otherwise you're tripping over each other.
Yeah. Right.
So all of the practice that went into this song specifically was so freaking complicated.
I can only imagine.
And
man.
It's brutal.
And it's like on a beat, right?
Yep.
It's like do.
I don't think we did it like the movie, even close to it.
But it was cool. It was our way of doing it.
It was fun,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can talk. You can talk.
For the merchant.
Yeah, that's me.
Cash.
That's my guy.
Hooks. Cash for the cotton.
That's Ho.
Cash for
Or
the
Steven.
hard goods. Cash for the
And then back to me.
goods. Cash for
And back
the
to
soft
Steven.
goods. Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the firkins. Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn.
You can hear the
Cash
train
for
making the
crackers and
beat.
pickles
Yep.
and the
Me.
fly paper. Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where'd you get
What do
it?
you talk? You can talk. You can talk. You can bigger. You can
You.
talk. You can bigger.
You actually sound pretty spot on.
Yeah, right? And I think I picked that voice. I could be wrong, but for some reason, I think that just felt natural to do that silly voice, and it worked.
Yeah.
People want to go, want to get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22,
me.
23.
That's you. I could tell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's going to patronize a little?
All right, now you got to go back. You got to go back to our version, and you got to play the part where, it's like midway through, and I intentionally held it like a smidge longer than I was supposed to, just because I was trying to be annoying.
It's about midway through, you said?
I think so.
Gone with the hogshead, cask
Yeah.
and demijohn.
That's
Gone
good.
with the sugar barrel, pickle barrel,
Right?
milk pan. Gone with the tub and the pail and the tears.
Ever met a fella by the name of Hill?
Hill.
No.
Hill!
No.
Just a minute. Never heard any sales with Hill? No, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory.
What's the fella's line? Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his lines.
Or the
coming.
Cracker Barrel being obsolete, or the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package of the Model T Ford. Just a minute. He's a music man. He's a what? He's a what? He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town, and the big trombones, and the rat-a-tat drums, and the big brass bass.
Big brass bass.
And the uniforms, too, the piccolo uniforms, too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red stripe running.
Well, I don't know much about bands.
There it
but
is.
You can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Fiddling picks perhaps, and here and there juice are.
No, the fella sells bands, boys bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he dallies, and he gathers, and he plucks, and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yes,
And then the train
sir.
starts slowing down.
When the man dances,
I got that.
boys, what else? The piper pays him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
Listen
See?
to that reaction.
Right?
Yeah, that was pretty strong reaction from the crowd there.
Yep. No, the place was packed. It was fun.
Yeah.
That's
At the
awesome.
end of Stomp, there was a big reaction to it. That was cool.
Of course there was. Too.
Oh, stop
Of course
it.
there was.
Nobody doubted that for a moment.
Too. Oh, yeah. If you'd like to hear
All right,
something
Bacon, let's hear
slightly
it
off
back.
key, maybe that should be the next boy band, slightly off key. Go ahead. That's me on bass.
I thought that was you.
Doom, 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 ba, doom, doom. That's Steven on lead.
I miss Jerry.
I know. I love Jerry.
But Steven's good. He tried.
Yeah.
Singing lead is hard.
It is hard.
On this song.
It's hard. Jerry, Steven was a close friend of ours.
Clearly.
Well,
no, he was.
He was. No,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, he was part of
we'll
us.
pick on each other, now just like we did then. We just, everybody kind of went their separate ways in high school, and it was just wild that I bumped into Tim, and the rest is history. We've already talked about that story, but everybody kind of moved out of state or like started doing their own thing. But anyway, speaking of Jerry was this hulking man that was on the football team that came in. I think it was after this performance, we brought him in for something. He joined show choir, but I think he only sang with us for a couple of performances. Like he wasn't there for practices all the time. Like we were there as a class.
Yeah.
He just came in and did a few songs.
He had a voice like Ruben Studdard.
It was the craziest thing. Like
so great
to hear this high tenor come out of this like block
big dude
man. Yeah. It was really cool. He was good. I liked
and like he sang it was
too.
like full. It was just unreal. Like singing with him was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was cool, and that it was nice when I think in that particular song that you just played, like Steven really wanted to do the lead, so we were just like, okay, do the lead.
Yeah, and
then we picked up the rest. And then when Jerry came in the picture, it was then Jerry sang lead, and then the four of us were the harmonies. So we did that for a few, and then I think he either graduated or he transferred schools. So something happened.
He graduated. He was a year older than us.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. What's the next one?
Oh, which I only did the 3. Do you want to do another one? I have to download it real quick then.
Oh, you can't just pull it from the thing, from the cloud.
I probably could.
It's in the cloud. Where is it? It's in the cloud.
Well, the only other one would be
the fugue.
Seasons of Love.
Oh, never mind.
Because the fugue didn't work. Transfer.
Yeah. That's a tough thing. Now computers don't come with CD drives, so.
But that was back in 2002.
Yep.
Which is 22 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. That was cool though. That was a lot of fun. I know we had
it was
other
a spring concert, so timely for now.
We had other concerts. I'm trying to remember what other songs we've done. Because I mean, like, what else did we do?
I honestly...
I don't know much, but I know I love you.
Oh, you mean it?
We did that. I did that with somebody else, but I'm trying to remember what other songs did we do that... But yeah, I mean, Brian's right. We did show tunes a lot, but we also did, didn't we do Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton? That was another one that we did.
So some of that period kind of blends into each other for me, with the exception of this. I remember this specific concert very clearly.
Yeah.
But Tim and I, outside of doing show choir as a class, right, in high school, Tim and I also took voice lessons from somebody, that operated out of this brick and mortar place just down Ox Road.
Yeah.
In the Lorton area.
Yeah.
And it was just me and Tim. Our parents would drop us off.
Yep.
And then come and pick us up. But that's where I remember doing stuff like Tears in Heaven and some of the other Disney stuff. And it was more about like,
I can show you the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that was more like it was like extra practice. It was like having somebody who's been doing this for a while, who's an actual coach and teacher, teach you some stuff that they may not necessarily be teaching you in school. And I don't truly remember learning a tremendous amount from this person because I feel like we already had a good handle on it. But it was fun to do the exercises and to get the extra practice in and stuff.
Yeah, it was also good to kind of better find your voice, right?
Yeah.
And how it would blend. And the harmonies, like you and I, Brian, get compliments on our harmonies, right? And I think a lot of that has to do with kind of understanding where our voices are and kind of how we can blend them, right? Because we're two totally different singers. But I think doing things like that helps you realize that. And
like where to be and...
Yeah. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but I even, after we started RadioNV, I actually went back and took more voice lessons, not from there, but from somebody
You did?
local. I did.
What?
Yeah.
Did you tell me this?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
I think the
guess
more I
this is.
hear that, the better it gets.
I
love
like
it.
it.
It's so good.
No, I actually did. So after we first started RadioNV, right? It was hard for me to really get comfortable on stage singing again because it had been a while. And I almost felt like I needed to find my voice, right? So like you had already been singing. You have a really good voice, a great voice, actually.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not trying to build your head up that much.
But that's where it all started. Is I kind of already had the outlet. I already had the paid
and I
practice
didn't,
thing
right?
going
Because
on,
you were like, "Hey, man, let's start a band." And I was like, "Oh my god, what am I going to do?" And like, I would hear myself sing, and I'm like, "This sounds terrible." So I invested in voice lessons for a year.
What?
Yeah.
How
on
do
the
I
side.
not know this?
That's crazy because I knew that.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Because Tim and I talked about it because I took like 6 months of voice lessons when I joined Radio NV.
What?
Yeah.
Are you guys being serious right now?
Yeah.
I'm being 100%.
How freaking cool is that?
Yeah. So there was a local woman. Her name was Anya, and she did this out of her house.
Where was she?
I don't know. Am I missing a joke somewhere?
Under ya?
On
top of ya?
I didn't know if I was missing a joke somewhere. Now I get it. And so she had a piano in her house. And so I came over and it was awkward. You guys remember the movie Groundhog Day?
Yes. Groundhog Day.
Okay, so remember in Groundhog Day when he goes and takes the piano lessons and they kick the little girl out?
Yep.
So
and he has to do it every single time. Yeah.
Right. So when I took these lessons, like I was clearly the oldest of the group that came and did lessons.
Situation, yeah.
And so like I'd be waiting for little Johnny to finish his piano lesson so I could come in and do a voice lesson. And then right after me, little Janie was ready for her little piccolo or whatever she was playing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did that for a year. And
that is so cool. I had no idea.
One of the songs that we worked on was Desperado, right? Because she said, I think that's, so we started with the Star Spangled Banner because we had to work. Well, but we did it in pieces because it's almost like, and again, what was great about it was finding my own voice and kind of where I fit and finding my own octave. And so like we'd play it at different levels. We'd of course do the warm-ups and stuff, but we did that. And then we did a song like Desperado because that, you're going from singing lower to higher and then softer to louder. And, before when I would sing like higher notes, it would be almost like I felt like I was screaming. And it would like, no, let's turn it down a little bit and sing from down here instead of up here.
That's where it's
right?
at. It is funny how the human body works in that sense, where you can sing like from up here to your chest,
right here,
and
from
your gut,
But
cool.
it was something that was very rewarding to me to feel more comfortable and to better find my voice. And I didn't tell you because I didn't. It's not like I was trying to keep a secret from you. I felt like it was.
Yeah, clearly.
No, I just felt it was something that I needed to do. Right?
If I was going to make fun of you or something?
No. Like if I wanted,
you can tell me anything.
Stop. But if I wanted to do this full fledged, right, and you were gung ho.
Oh, I knew that. And that was a calling for me. Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I don't know if I can do this. I needed to figure that out, and I needed to do that on my own, and I needed to prove to myself that I can do this.
Yeah. Yep.
And then at that point, I felt like I was like, all right, I'm with him.
So right? how was Anya when you got to be there?
He went to someone else.
Yeah, I went to someone else. But I had the same situation where I was like kicking a kid out of class, like you were. Like I was like, I'm the oldest person you're ever gonna see.
Yeah.
You walk in there and you're like, I'm the one that's actually paying for this, kid.
Yeah.
Hit the road.
I have very important business reasons to be here.
Yeah, kick rocks.
But what Timmy says is 100% correct. It's really difficult to find your voice. If your voice is, like, for me, my voice is the drums. Like, that's how
Sure. That's your expression.
Yeah. And even some of the piano. But, like, my voice was never really that. So I had to find my instrument.
You guys can both sing. You guys can both be leads. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you can. I mean, there's even a song. You sing leads on several songs. Yeah. You sing lead on one very specific song that we all
hate
love.
singing that song now.
Really?
You picked it.
Oh, it's so great.
I would sing. The last time we did that at Makers, I felt like I was flat the entire time.
No, actually, you weren't.
I don't
Really?
think so.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, that's
You
how
sounded
I
good to
felt.
me.
Maybe I need to put my finger in my ear.
Or somewhere else.
But
It's the posture.
Yes.
But seriously, like finding my voice and kind of like finding that spot in my abdomen where the sound came from, and I mean, I should have gone longer than 6 months because I still have unanswered like internal questions about my voice. Like I think I can impersonate singers, but like I don't want to impersonate singers. I want to sing from my own voice,
like
like
a natural tone. Yeah.
like she wakes up in the morning. You know what I mean? Like I can do that if I want to, but that's good. But I want to do it in my own voice. You know what I'm saying?
You know what also is impressive with the two of you is that you both can easily pick up harmonies.
Yeah.
It might take a minute to kind of to truly find it, but you guys are like mentally, naturally able to find those harmonies, which not everybody can say that they can do. It's tough. Oftentimes you find a lead singer and they can't harmonize. And it's not for a lack of effort or desire, but for whatever reason, there's just like some kind of block that's just not allowing them to find it naturally. With some guidance and maybe a little coaching or like hearing some things back, you can find it. But you guys easily find it. Like when we do our 3-part harmonies, it kills. You know, I hear it coming out of the monitor and I'm like, God damn, we sound so good.
Yeah, it does. Cat's out of the bag, Bacon.
Sure is.
He knows now.
Now, if I don't sing, you guys look back at me like, why aren't you singing, you dick bag?
Well, I do that now. Yeah. That's so crazy, though, that you guys took lessons. I'm blown away. That really kind of, came out of left field for me tonight.
Really? That's interesting. I thought you knew. That's interesting.
I learned something new.
Anything else you guys want to tell me? Now or never?
No, we'll save it.
No, you just
we'll save it for another time.
keep your secrets then.
So, what do you think, Bacon, about the PVI show choir concert?
Yeah, what's your take?
I wish I could have been there
Yeah,
because it sounded like a lot of fun.
you would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
And I didn't realize Timmy had so much gospel in him. Like I have to
He
say,
does.
like,
It's natural. You see these hips, man.
got the victory.
like
don't lie.
whoever called Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John the Gospels was like, wait till Timmy comes along.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any plugs? What are we plugging for the next couple weeks coming up?
We've got the Rev Media Artist Sessions. I mean, I really cannot talk about it enough. Some of the other artists that I didn't quite get to yet in our conversation previously, we had Hannah Pike. She came in and played some jams. She was amazing. We had Kai Davis, Matt Davis's daughter. He came in for an interview. We had Blaine Perry, and he is the owner and manager over at Sinister Brewing Company.
Yeah, he's been on our podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we love that guy.
We do.
So, follow our calendar on social media.
For sure. Facebook?
Facebook. We're on Facebook at Real Radio Envy. Instagram, Radio Envy Music. Upcoming schedules for you to come out and see a Radio Envy show live, all posted up wherever you can find us.
All
yeah.
dapped, double cheeked up with all that ass on a Sunday.
Boys. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Another
Cheers,
great
guys.
show.
Good show, guys.
Take care.
Suck us home!
This episode was produced by the boys of Radio Envy and Bacon Wave Podcast Productions in cooperation with Revelry Media Productions. Michael Bacon engineered this podcast. If you like what you heard, please share us with your friends and maybe your family. Follow us on Threads and Instagram with the handle @PodcastNV. If you would like to contact us here at Podcast Envy, you can write us at contact@baconwaveproductions.com.
and the church ain't
Me
going
and the
nowhere.
church, damn it. I was like, we got the faith. We ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
Something like
boy,
that.
That's so bad.
Anyway.